Welcome, everybody, to another episode of the Wrestling vs. the World podcast. If you're enjoying today's sweet, if not, then what the hell ever. So, I have already done one episode of the podcast dedicated to what I believe is the best SummerSlam of all time, being 2002. And I'm going for what I feel is the worst now, 1993. I know some people are going to say 95 for their choices. Some may say 2007 is bland and everything. But to me, 93 is the worst. I'm going to go over why. So, opening match. Razor Ramon, Ted DiBiase. This was as DiBiase was on his way out. The whole thing happened with Razor losing to the 1-2-3 Kid and the shocking loss on Raw. Ted DiBiase laughs and everything. Razor Ramon eventually turns babyface. They got the feud here. Solid match to start. I did like this match between DiBiase and Ramon. Ramon won. Like I said, DiBiase, he would leave the company shortly thereafter. He'd go to Japan, retire, come back. $1 Million corporation, it's whatever. A solid way to start the show. I got no complaints with that one. Now, next up, you have the Steiner Brothers versus the Heavenly Bodies. Oh boy, I know when this tag team comes up, you think of OSW reviews being like, oh, here's Jimmy Del Rey, the world's ugliest man. This, I don't remember what the point of the feud was. I think this may have been around the time that the WWF and Smoky Mountain Wrestling did the collaboration, because I know they had the Smoky SMW tag match that happened for the tag titles at Survivor Series. I mean, this time you got the WWF tag titles on the line. Steiner Brothers retained, I don't really remember a whole lot, but it's a Steiner Brothers match, you can't really go wrong, you know? Next one, this was the letdown match by far, one of the biggest. Shawn Michaels defending the Intercontinental Championship against Mr. Perfect. I think if memory serves me correctly, this still kind of stems from what happened after the Mr. Perfect Lex Luger match. It's WrestleMania and everything, and Shawn jumped Mr. Perfect backstage. Eventually, they're having this match, and you would think with just how highly celebrated the in-ring, styles are, in terms of, overall, wrestlers these two men are, you'd think it would be one of the greatest matches of all time. Without a shout out. But this match was, alright at best, to be honest. I think I've read somewhere that, Shawn Michaels may have talked about this match before, saying that because both men were known more for their selling and everything, rather than one being for selling and one for the big offense, it just didn't quite gel well here for all this, in comparison to, when you have Mr. Perfect against somebody like Lex Luger or Shawn going against Diesel or whoever. So, it was an alright match. Perfect lost by countout after he got thrown in steel steps behind the referee's back by Diesel. So Shawn retained. Again, this is one of those matches where it's you expected more. Especially after all these years. The next one, IRS versus the 1-2-3 Kid. This match was blah. It ended with IRS winning with the write-off, aka just a lariat, which just looked like he just did a clothesline out of nowhere, and he wins. I think that's the part of me that has a bit of a not a positive outlook on a lariat / clothesline finisher, because how often do you see a wrestler use it to where it looked like it's believable to win a match? Unless your name is JBL or Stan Hansen, or maybe one or two other guys out there somewhere, it's hard to buy that, being because otherwise it just looked like a standard clothesline, and being oh, that somehow wins. It's just it made that finish feel flat with that just out of nowhere move. Now, next one, we were supposed to see Jerry Lawler versus Bret Hart, because this is still going back to King of the Ring, because Bret won the tournament, Lawler jumped him and everything, dropped the throne on him, and they were supposed to have a match, but then Lawler claimed while he's coming out on crutches, being oh man, I can't do this, I am injured, oh man, car accident. So he decided that, hey, you got a king, why not bring out the jester to take your place? So you got Doink the Clown. These two, it was a solid match. I think Bret and Doink work well, but then Jerry Lawler got involved, used a crutch, showed he's not injured, to hit Bret with, and Bret won by disqualification. Then Jerry Lawler gets told, oh wait, you have to have this match, otherwise you're gone from the WWF forever. So now we finally get the advertised match. Lawler wins by disqualification. It was an okay-ish match here. You had the better match between Bret and Doink, but Bret put Lawler in the sharpshooter, and he would not let go until the referees had to reverse decision, because oh, you didn't let go. And I think from what I've heard, Bret did this as a receipt to Lawler hurting him with the throw and everything a couple months prior. So hey, you got the job done. Unfortunately, this was not the end of the feud, because it would have had one at Survivor Series if Lawler did not get himself into legal hot water. But it's whatever. Now, the next one, Ludwig Borga versus Marty Jannetty. Oh, goody. Yeah, Ludwig Borga won. I think his finisher was the torture rack. He won by submission. And that was it. He easily beat Marty Jannetty in 5 minutes. Like, Ludwig Borga, he's one of those guys that just never went anywhere. Because, like, yeah, he was the guy that handed Tatanka his first televised loss, finger, like, pin him, be like, oh my god, he got him. And now he's beating Marty Jannetty, who came back, like, in a few months prior, he was, like, Intercontinental Champion. And now Borga is easily handing his ass to him. Way to really have a good career there for you guys. Then this one, oh lord. Undertaker, Giant Gonzalez in the Rest in Peace match. What's a Rest in Peace match? It's just no disqualification. Like, I know this is what Pete, who was on Wrestle Talk TV, has mentioned before, that it's his own frustration I can agree with. It's like, you have a basic concept of no disqualification, yet you have a match, yet you have to have all these fancy different names for the exact same match concept. Like, if there's some kind of different variation to the match, I can understand giving it a new name. It's like, Extreme Rules is not the same as a hardcore match, because the hardcore match has Falls Count Anywhere. It's like, okay, there's a difference there. But you don't need to have, like, a Rest in Peace match and a Philly Street Fight and a No Holds Barred match. And it's like, if they don't have any differentiation in terms of the rules, you don't need to give it a new name. But Undertaker, he had gone through Kamal the year before. Harvey Whippleman, he's not happy, so Giant Gonzalez, he, like, attacked Undertaker at the Royal Rumble and eliminated him. They had the garbage match at WrestleMania where Giant Gonzalez made him, like, sniff a cloth, be like, hey, does this smell like ether to you? Undertaker's like, no, boom! So now we're having this match, no disqualification. A minute, like, bit better than their match at WrestleMania, but it still sucked. The only new thing I remember happening here was Gonzalez attacking Undertaker with a chair, and I believe he did like a flying clothesline or something to pin Gonzalez, and then Gonzalez was gone shortly thereafter this, because like I know they tried to turn him babyface by attacking Whippleman, I think it was like after the match, but then he was gone like I think, what, a month or two later? It's like, yeah, great waste of time here too. Now, at least we have some redemption here, a 6-man tag match, Tatanka, Buffalo, and the Smoking Guns going against Bam Bam Bigelow and Head Shrinkers. Solid tag match. Probably like the one really rare highlight of this show. Like, both of the tag matches work. And like Brett versus Doink. And this, I would say this is like the climax of the whole pay-per-view. Because now we gotta jump the shark. Because now we got Lex Luger challenging Yokozuna for the WWF Championship. Luger turned babyface. He flew in on the USS Intrepid on a helicopter and everything. But like, yeah, USA, I'm not the narcissist anymore. Hulk who? And he body slammed Yokozuna on the bed of the USS Intrepid. So now he's this all-American hero. He's riding in on a bus. Honk, honk. And all that other crap. And they're trying to get him over. It's like, hey, he's this patriotic babyface. Please cheer him and remember that he's not Hogan, but like he's good enough to, like, to where you can like believe in him too. So like Luger, he's doing this whole campaign. Give me a title shot. And then Cornette signed the paper that said, hey, this is your only shot, pal. And you have to wear a protective padding because Luger on his forearm, this was after Luger got in that motorcycle accident. He had to have a metal plate put in his forearm. So you have to pad it in order to be a little protective. So he's getting this one and only shot here. And he wins by count out. And the match sucked. Okay, these two did not click. Okay, Bret Hart had better matches at WrestleMania's 9 and 10 against Yokozuna, while Luger's matches here at SummerSlam and WrestleMania against Yokozuna were both awful. It was like he attacks him with the forearm. I think he took the padding off. Yokozuna gets knocked out of the ring, counted out, and Luger wins by count out, and then he celebrates like he won the damn belt. Waving the U.S. flag. Balloons, confetti flying everywhere. He's getting propped on everybody's shoulders like Orton at Survivor Series 05. It's like, yeah, USA, USA. It's like, yeah, you won by a countout, but you don't win the belt. Like, I can only think off the top of my head one instance, very vividly, where a title changed hands by countout because of a pre-match stipulation or anything, and that was when Sasha Banks won the Raw Women's title from Asuka on an episode of Raw, which made her Raw Tag Champions or Raw Women's Champion and Tag Team Champions with Bayley. That's the only time I remember in WWE history off the top of my head where a title changed hands by countout. There was no stipulation saying you won the belt by countout, but yeah, you acted like you won the damn belt with all this crap. Like, this is where the company dropped the ball. It's like, yeah, Luger was completely devoid of charisma. Completely. Listen to him cut a promo and you'll understand what I'm talking about. Like, outside of that whole, oh god, the t-shirt too tight promo and everything that he did at one of those random shows before, like, he had health problems and everything. Show me one good promo from Lex Luger outside of that one. Like, he was not connecting with the fans. He was not fully invested in this. And it's like, yeah, he would eventually get another title shot, but he had to win the Royal Rumble with Brett in order to get it. But this was just stupid. Like, who was going to take this guy seriously after this? And plus, like I said, his career was never the same. It's like, yeah, Cole won the Royal Rumble. He had another match, and that was pointless at WrestleMania because he lost by disqualification. And then it was just a bunch of nothing. So it's just like, what were they thinking? So yeah, oh my gosh. Like, I know we all get in a lot of debates as what is the worst pay-per-view of this one and what is the worst of this one. But in my humble, honest opinion, you cannot do worse than Survivor or SummerSlam 93 out of all of them. Like I said, yeah, you had a solid match with Razor and DiBiase. The WWF tag and the six-man tag matches were good. And you had a pretty watchable match between Brett and Doink. But then everything else, because it's like, again, Shawn, Mr. Perfect was a letdown. IRS, 1-2-3 Kid did not matter. Waller, Brett, no thanks. Borga Janetti, also no thanks. Undertaker, Giant Gonzalez, I'd rather be resting in peace right now rather than watching that match back. And the WWF title match was bad, with a horrible finish, and a friggin' celebration that made no sense. It's like, again, you don't celebrate a count-out victory with balloons, confetti, and the American flag unless it said that you win the title by count-out. And that didn't happen. There's just like, Vince, why invest all this much if you're just going to change your mind at the end and kind of pull the rug from underneath the fans in terms of, like, what they expected to get? This was stupid. But let me know in the comments section below, what did you all think about of SummerSlam 93? If you've never seen it, don't. Please don't. Like, you're going to lose a part of yourself if you watch this horrible show. But let me know what you all thought in the comment section below. If you enjoyed today's episode of the podcast, folks, please remember, leave a like, subscribe to the bell, turn on here on YouTube, comment what you thought below, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Thanks for listening, folks. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace out, and good day, everybody.